Hi, boys and girls. Do you know who this is? This is Paddington Bear. Paddington Bear is joining us, visiting us from London, England. London is the name of the town that Paddington lives in, and London is in England, which is the country of England, which is across the Atlantic Ocean. And Paddington is here, Paddington Bear is here to promote his new book, Paddington Bear in the Garden, by Michael Bond. And in this book, Paddington lives with Mr. and Miss Brown and their son and daughter, Jonathan and Judy. Jonathan and Judy want to have a garden. And so Mr. and Miss Brown says, yes, you can have a garden. Well, you know Paddington wants to have a garden as well, because just because he's a bear doesn't mean he can't be a good gardener. So Paddington borrows Mr. Brown's wheelbarrow and he goes down to the market. And while he's there, he buys a book on gardening because he wants to be the very best gardener there is. So he gets his book, he gets some seeds, and on the way back, part of the book says that you should look at the garden in different ways. So Paddington's going by a construction site and he climbs up on the roof and he looks at what the garden would look like from up above. Mrs. Bird has given Paddington some marmalade to take with him while he goes to the market. So when he gets hungry, he will have a snack. Well, Paddington accidentally left his marmalade where he shouldn't have, and something very special happens to it. The construction workers get very mad at themselves. You need to read this book and find out what happens. But Paddington does something very unique, very, very unique with his marmalade. So the next day, some very special visitors come to look at the gardens. And in the book, Paddington Bear in the Garden, you're going to get to see who the special visitors were, and if Paddington wins any ribbons or gold stars, and how Jonathan and Judy do too. So Paddington, we're happy that you visited with us today. We love your book, Paddington Bear in the Garden by Michael Bond. Boys and girls, very interesting book. I would suggest you go get it. So this is Mr. Dean and Paddington Bear for another episode of Mr. Dean's Outdoor Reading Adventures.